you're in the computer.
Yeah.
You're on a, at least we know for sure, on one site, and it's called the Lou and Mike Show, on the road again.
Is it really?
That's us.
Okay, there is another one in there.
Jerry, we got you up on the top of your house.
What I have is a person that made a picture of me. I'm moving.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm moving in this.
Yeah, we have video. We have live video.
He has a video, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's probably doing one right now.
That'll last about 15 minutes.
Yeah, these insulator people want to see you.
Well,
They want to be able to say hi, so we're doing another movie right now.
The one that I wanted you to see, now besides yours, is very good because I was always told, and I told people that it was a very good film. Was another one that's on there. What is it called inside the? But you've got there's one of you.
U.S. Telco?
No, it's
YouTube?
It's a computer. It's in the computer.
It's called Facebook.
Is it in the computer where? Gosh, it's something.
I know. Believe me, we were just trying to sit. We were sitting out there noodling it a minute ago.
Yeah, there's a bunch of.
Oh, is there a bunch of? There is a bunch.
Yeah, for years. Yeah, it's been a while.
Which one took the magazines with me? One of you.
We did. We did together.
Did you guys do it together?
Yes, sir.
I've been in 3 magazines, so I know you. The main magazine is
The Crown Jewels.
Yeah, the one you got of me.
And then we got you at Drip Points, I think.
I think
Okay,
that
maybe
happened.
that
Yeah.
was one.
Yep.
That's the NIA magazine.
And then I got one from overseas, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
But I'm so sad that I can't remember that one. Where it's in this computer, and I don't have computers, and I don't have nothing like that.
I'm going to get my phone and see if I can pull it up. Okay.
Yes, do that. Yeah.
Your casino carpeting is getting a lot milder. I still have the
It's been up
stuff
for 10
the one
years,
you
yeah.
gave me. It's been in the house. That's bright green and yellow and purple. And there's this thing about this lot. You know,
I don't have any more. I would like to
you
give you
used
some
to
more.
have it up on the side of the bill, or no?
I have some up there, okay? But these kind of things last forever.
Yeah,
They're
they're
expensive.
made to last. I know. I looked at how thick the ones on the ground,
Yeah.
how thick they are. Anyway, let me go see if I can find
It's
it.
kind of cold. I
So
never.
we remember when you rescued.
We think it's nice.
Well, that's
It's a
probably
nice day.
You know.
We remember when you rescued that carpeting and a lot of other cool things from that hotel remodel.
I've had so much that I've been fortunate enough to give everything away. But you know, when I got out of the hospital for the second time, I was told to Jerry, you have to give everything away because you're gonna die soon. And that was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. But in that particular time period, they came up with something. And all I had to do was take shots every week, you know, in the body. And I tried it. And they said they wasn't sure it was going to work. But they tried it.
You were an experiment.
I'm experiment.
How do you feel?
But, well, when you take shots for a whole year.
I know, right?
You know, and what do you do is you put it in the legs because it was kind of a difficult thing to do by myself. But this one just, I shot it every week for a whole year. And then I went back into the X-ray room, and they said, "Well, Jerry, you're not progressing. What it was is the arteries had filled up."
I see.
Yeah. But I also worked in the coal mines for many years.
Yeah.
And, many years in the service, but many years in the coal mines. That might have brought all this on. I don't know. But anyways, I was shocked to have them tell me that, you know, you have so much time to live. But
Yeah, that's always good news, isn't
so
it?
I give everything away. And I don't own this house no more.
Uh-oh.
But I give this house away. And I found that I was going to live a lot longer, so I tried to get the house back.
Yeah.
Anybody would do that.
You would think.
That I would get it back.
Really.
Didn't give it back because they thought that I was going to give it to someone else. That's what
Yeah. Do you have life use of it though?
It's enough for me to, because I only, my children are my cats.
Yeah.
And I used to have 17 cats.
Yeah, but you do have the right to live here until.
What happened is that they made a mistake. They said, well, Jerry, when you die, we'll take over the house. You can stay here till you die.
There you go.
And I thought I was going to die in 2 weeks.
Yeah. You're
Guess what?
surprise.
It's been over 3 years now.
God bless you, man.
But what happened is that it basically shook them up. Because they couldn't get the house to sell it, you know.
Yeah.
They wanted $40,000 for the house, which is probably a good deal for it, you know, whatever, you know. And I said, you know, whatever you're trying to do, you got to wait till I die first.
There you
And
go.
that shook them up bad.
Little prerequisite there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
still here.
That's cool.
The only thing you got when you take a lot of pills, your skin becomes beats your skin up. Okay?
You know that.
You know that.
You run into anything, and
Well, I bleed a lot.
you bleed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been taking on that. You get thin-skinned and
You can hardly
and if
touch
it's like
something.
any kind of blood thinner at all.
Does anybody take high blood pressure pills?
Yeah, I'm on them.
Okay, you take high blood pressure pills, and then you take, I have a heart pills, and I have the prostate pills, and I have numerous types of pills that I take.
Yeah.
But you put them all together,
Yeah. Then you got something else.
the body, I don't know how I've done it so long, but I mean, how does the body doesn't want them to begin with, but it doesn't want them after a while.
My father had prostate cancer,
Oh,
and I had the same doctor until just recently. So he felt that I was prostate prone to have an issue, and so he watched me really close. And there was one of those times the blood tests came back and the ASA was quite high, and he sent me to an specialist and urologist, and they did all the biopsy and so on and so forth, and nothing showed up. And so I was on pills for a while, and finally I told the urologist on one of my trips, I said, you know, I keep taking these pills and you keep telling me that everything is clean and there's no problem. Why am I taking these pills? And he says, well, if you're not having a problem, quit taking them. And so I did. I just
and you had no problems?
never had a problem since. Nothing.
But your PSA could shoot up again.
It could,
Yeah.
but you know, I get a blood test like every 6
I
months.
think everybody has different prostate problems. My problem
Yeah.
was that when I came out of here, I crawled out because I had a stroke out of the house.
Yeah.
I had no telephone.
Wow.
And it was at 10 o'clock at night.
Wow.
And I had my cats with me. And that's just the honest God truth. These cats started needing me. You know what a need is when they
Yeah, they're doing this to
did
you.
it all to me because they knew that I was dying.
Mm.
And there's somebody that you've been. Do you know these people?
Nope.
Okay. What happens is that I have a lot of people that come over that
Yeah, like I said, it's hell being famous.
This is not all me. You know, this is help people that do this.
It's a privacy wall.
I could say I did it, but no.
The Ukiah
Oh, they bring them
Daily
with you?
Journal.
Hmm?
The Ukiah Daily Journal.
Is that the overseas one?
No, I think this is out of Ukiah, California.
There is
The
a bunch of
On
papers
the
that
road,
used to-
also in Montello, Nevada. And Jerry Tidwell,
Yeah,
who
that's
has
me.
perhaps the world's largest collection
Yeah.
of blue and purple and yellow and clear glass holds, tell purple and stickers. Thousands in generous public display on structures to his liking. Jerry knows he's put Montello on the map.
That's a fact.
Montello's homepage doesn't mention his collection.
Well,
Okay. Do I have a mailing address for him? Because you know what I could do is just, I'll print them out when I get home on
You know
paper.
what I needed, that I had that particular person that took the pictures you took has these videos, okay, and showed me the videos that either somebody took or whatever.
yeah.
But
They're
since
on
that's the
US
one that get the
telco
house to
under-
work,
Yeah, I saw the other
really?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a part 1 and a part 2.
I think
it's
I
impossible
picked up
for me
3.
Yeah, the communicating is not going to work anymore.
That's right.
They would be good.
When we first came across you,
This was the first one, you know, that was that day trip.
I do architectural design.
This one.
Yeah,
And I
Montello,
had a
Nevada,
custom
part
client.
one.
Yeah,
That we were doing a
the
big
guy who
remodel
just
project,
wanders
and
around
the
Nevada
conversation
and does a
always turns to
YouTube.
insulators,
Yeah.
of course. And she
Feel sorry
said,
for the
well,
homeless.
my
That's
father lives in Montello, and he knows somebody who has some insulators. And it wasn't you. He's a guy, we met him at the store or at the bar, and he lived way to hell and gone out here in the country someplace. I have no idea. We went there in the dark, but way off out there. But he's the one that said, well, while you're here, you need to come see Jerry.
Here's what happened.
That's how we get connected.
You know what happened?
Lou and Mike Show, ladies and gentlemen. We're visiting with Jerry Tidwell in Montello, Nevada. Live broadcast.
Yeah, I know.
I'm the one that give them all away.
Yeah,
I
we
give
know
them
who you.
$100,000 of insulators away.
We know the
You
guy.
know who the guy is, okay?
Yeah.
In the sun. No,
No, before that.
no. There's another Paul that that's the one I sold. I sold a set of insulators to him for $10,000
Okay.
something. But that's the ECMs that I have, but that's not what I.
Was the guy's name Bart?
No, this is the guy. Now, can I go back and now? Because I can't see you guys very well.
Right.
All right. I want to know who was the last president of the. Was it you, or you? The last president.
I'm the only one here that's been president of the NIA.
Okay.
Other than, since my term, there's been three. There's three presidents.
Who's the one that lived in Utah?
That would be
Don
Don
Brill.
Briel.
That sounds like a civilian one.
Yeah,
He's
Don
hosting
Briel.
the National this year. We're on
That's
our
where
way
we're
to
headed.
his show right now.
Say hello to Don because he knows me very well. That's the same one I'm talking about.
We will. We'll say hello to Don
And,
for you.
The thing is that there's something inside me, and nobody can believe that, but you have to believe something, you know, that no one's for 100 years been looking for these insulators. One day I went out there.
Sprinkling.
Yes, it is going to rain, guy, and I hate that. I don't want to finish. I want to finish this sentence.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the CMM, the Central Pacific Railroad line, 1860. So when I was out there with a metal detector, I picked up some noise. But there was a nice guy who buried all these insulators for 50 miles. The
50?
ECMs. The ECMs, okay. But I'm the only one who found it, but because what he did is when he buried them, he put copper wire around it, put up copper wire in it, because they was not for the electricity, they was for the when I'm building
Ground.
Grounding.
no,
Oh.
Oh, for the
the
telegraph.
telegraph.
Yeah.
That was prior to the insulators or whatever.
Yeah.
Plus there's another one before that, but I won't. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
But I started picking up that what he did is he took out every pole line and buried the insulators in that where he took the pole out.
In the pole hole. Yeah.
So I had to figure out how far away each line was and how deep. And it all came to me just like it was meant to be.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And it was supposed to be 50 miles.
Excellent.
It probably was 50. I don't know, but I got tired and I was father and son. This is the truth. They know this guy out there. He'll know who I'm talking about.
Well, you must have been pretty excited when you realized you'd solved the mystery and knew exactly where they were going to
Only
be.
one in 100 years have been so many people, and I figured that all out. But here's what happened: the people. I decided to give to the father and son everything to help them get through life.
Yeah.
Whatever they was doing, you know, they were just letting collectors. And so I give them everything that was out there. I told them how to do this, how to find things. And so they made over $100,000.
Wow.
But in the meantime, the ECMs went down because they had so many of them.
Yeah.
Right.
All the ones you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Plus all them were selling them to the markets at least to go to these shows.
Yeah. Everybody wanted them. Everybody was like, "Oh my Lord."
Well, after a while,
They still get excited
do
about
they
it.
still?
Yeah.
Oh,
They all
yeah.
went out of
Yeah.
I thought they all went down from $400 to $800. went down to very little bit of money.
Well,
you know?
an aqua color, the
Yeah.
the greenish color,
Yeah.
the basic one.
The one that I found.
Yeah, they're
Yours have a name. They're called Wells Teal or something like that.
Teal.
We don't call them the Tidwell EC&Ms, but everybody knows darn well they are.
I'll tell you one thing that you guys are pretty old right now, and I'm pretty well up in almost in the 80s, getting very close to it.
Well, I got you beat.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to. But I'm going to tell you right now, so you don't forget this. Does anybody know the percentage that people live above 80 in America? The percentage.
I have no idea.
Nobody knows?
I don't.
1%
1.
1%.
who over the age of 80 in
God,
America.
I'm in a special group.
You're in a special
Yeah.
group. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
That's right.
82.
Yeah, because that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
1% of the people in the world
Yeah.
are in America cannot live beyond 80.
Right on.
Wow.
They die. So that puts
Well,
you
that
in a
makes me
group.
feel pretty good.
Yeah.
And I will tell you one more thing. This is not the original. You know that. Where I found my green, beautiful green EC that was split. Purple was split in half. But they used it up there, and I've been looking for it. Not now, but I mean, I wanted to find another one of them in that old town.
Heck yeah.
I found one. I found the half one. The most perfect.
That is
Pure
amazing.
green. Pure
Yeah.
green. Was that?
Really deep green.
Oh boy, that was
Yeah.
Green, like green is supposed
Yeah,
to
it
be
was so
green, not that
beautiful.
aqua
There you
You
go.
will never
color.
see nothing like this.
Mm.
But in time, him and his son and the other guy that was with him, and Paul, got every one of the incidents. Plus, I had many stolen that I put up here. But that's okay, you know, because I expected all that stuff.
Yeah.
My life was over and it's done. It's finished.
Yeah.
It's done its job. My job was to find something. Well, it's not the only thing that I found, guys. And I found out here, I found gold. Gold. It's called, do you know what flower gold is? Does anybody know what flower gold is? Looks like flower. It's
Flower.
pure gold. It's,
Wow.
It's in the rocks, okay?
Yeah.
In the caverns. The rocks here, and on top of on the rock is gold, flour, and then the rock goes inside. Okay?
When you say flour, is that like dust?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what I found. But I also found the mine that was worked on in 1940 when we were doing the World War II.
You know.
These guys went to war and never came back. So that mine I found, and it was a gold mine, and they was wanting to come back and mine that, but they were dead. They got shot. They got
Yeah.
killed. But I found that mine, and in that mine was gold,
Really?
silver,
Yeah.
but I just left it there. But I bought the rocks back in California, knew what I had.
Lou and Mike Show, ladies and gentlemen. We're videoing a live interview with Jerry Tidwell, who most of you know is pretty famous throughout the insulator collecting community in Montello, Nevada. My battery's getting a little bit low, and I want to make sure that my phone has a chance to record this into Facebook. So, Jerry, thank you so much for your time, sir.